Why being alone feels so lonely? Like, we are supposed to feel independent, right? We are supposed to enjoy our own company, but some days we feel extremely empty. Like, why? And I know that's why today we are going to dive into this topic, how to be alone without being lonely. So, first, let me welcome you all to my healing series where I help you glow through what you go through. And so, if you haven't watched my previous videos, go watch now and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so let's start with this question. Why do some people love being alone and why others absolutely hate it? The answer, it's not about being alone. It's about how we think about being alone. Loneliness isn't about physical isolation. It's about our perception. Have you heard that quote that you can be surrounded with people and still feel lonely, or you can be completely alone and feel at peace? It all depends on your mental association with being alone. So, if being alone makes you feel empty, it's not because you are meant to be with someone. It's because your brain is conditioned to see alone time as a negative space. But you know that if I'm telling you the problems, I'm also going to tell you the solutions. So if you'll see your alone time in a negative way, you will feel negative. But if you'll see your alone time in a positive way, game will change. Instead of no one is texting me, no one is distracting me. Instead of I have no plans, I can do anything I want. Instead of I wish I had a company, I am my own company. Can you see the energy shift here? Because alone time is not loneliness, it's a freedom. Most people feel lonely when they are alone because they don't have that strong connections with themselves. Think about it. If you are hanging out with a friend, you never talk to them, you never engaged with them, you never listened to them. Wouldn't that be boring? Here's a challenge. Start dating yourself for real. See, I know I'm saying this a lot, but take yourself on solo dates, bookstores, book cafes, random cafes, restaurants, whatever feels right for you. Just take yourselves out on date because it is really very romanticizing. Trust me. Have a deep conversations with yourself. Just randomly talk to yourself in your room or use a mirror, or you can use journaling. So let me tell you, journaling has always worked best for me and that has helped me a lot. So you can try journaling, but if not, mirror or random self-talk helps a lot. Do something fun just for yourself, not for Instagram, not for selfies, not for pictures, not to show anyone, just for yourself. And it can be anything. And you know, studies show that social media increases loneliness because it tricks you into comparing your alone time with everyone else's highlight reels. And I have felt it a lot. So if you felt the same way, do let me know in the comment section below. And you know, I have solution, the dopamine detox. Reduce your screen time when you're alone. Your brain is more peaceful than that. Reading, creating, or just moving your body. Stop consuming and start creating. Read, write, paint, cook, whatever makes you feel alive. Because loneliness isn't solved by distraction. It is solved by connection with yourself, with your life, with the present moment. And listen, we are social beings. Even the most independent people need human connection. So that's why here's something called 3-person rule. One person who inspires you, one person who makes you laugh, one person you can be real with. If you have these 3 people in your life, you will feel connected. Even if you don't talk with them daily, you will feel connected and not lonely. Because alone time is healthy, but isolation, that's when loneliness sneaks in. Because being alone doesn't mean you are unloved. It doesn't mean you are forgotten. It doesn't mean you are less. It means you are growing, you are reconnecting, you are choosing yourself. Because true peace, it isn't found in another person. It is found in your own company. As you have mastered being alone without feeling lonely, how you are going to build a life that you love after this heartbreak? Have you thought about it? Don't worry, I have thought about it and I'm going to talk about it in my last episode of this healing series, How to Build a Life That You Love, even after a heartbreak. And trust me, this is going to change everything for you because it is not just a key to surviving after a heartbreak, but thriving. So stay tuned and I'll meet you there where we wrap up this healing journey with the last and most important step yet. So I'll see you there.